Hello, angels. Welcome to today's lesson, Wednesday, 1st of April, 2020. We are now in April. It's a new month, and I hope that everybody is doing okay. So, for today's session, we are going to be looking at decimals. So, here's my paper. We are going to be reading, writing, ordering, and comparing decimals. Now, when we're looking at decimals, the best thing to do, first of all, is to set up a place value table. Here we go. So I've got my thousands, my hundreds, my tenths, my unit, the decimal point, then the 1/10ths, 100ths, and 1000. And then you're able to put your number in each column where you want it to go, filling up all any other spaces with a zero. Yeah, if you want to. So say, for example, I've got 2.23. I can put a zero here as a placeholder if you need to. And then you are able to then compare the decimals. So let's see. I've got some numbers in here. So why don't we start with the smallest? Let me grab my pen. So let's look at the first number. We have 2 in the units. Now remember what I said, when you're comparing decimal, the best thing to do is always start comparing from the first column on the left. So clearly we have some numbers in the units column. So I can see a 2, a 1, a 2, and a 1. So we go to the numbers that are smaller. And in this case, we have 2 number 1s, and they're clearly smaller than the 2 number 2s. So we look at the 2 number 1. I have 1.16, and then I have 1.06. So I compare the units column, 1 is the same. Then I go to the next column. Remember, the decimal is in place and that doesn't move. I go to the next column, which is my tenths column. And then I look at the first one digit and it's got a 1/10. And I look at the second one unit digit and it's got a 0, which means that 1.06 is the smallest. So I put number 1 here. Right, my paper keeps moving, so I am going to improvise and get a tin to hold it in place. Yes, my tin of tuna. See, you can improvise. Okay, and let me use a different color pen so I can make this easier. So this is number 1, so that's the smallest, so that number is gone. We then go to the next number, and obviously the unit is number 1, so this is the second smallest number. And then now we look for the next smallest number. So in our units we have 2. We do the same thing again. We go to the next column. So here we have 2.23, and then here we have 2.236. So if you wanted to, you can put a 0 here as a placeholder to make it a little bit easier for yourself. And now you can see which number is smaller, and that's this one, 2.230. So this would be our number 3, which means the biggest number we have is 2.236. And voila, that is how you compare your decimals. So now let's go to a word problem. So here we go. Abby wants a cold drink to take to the park. She is choosing between 499.793 milliliters of water or 502.75 milliliters of sparkling water. Which should she choose? So you can see it's a very warm day. She's going to the park. So she's going to need to be hydrated and drink lots of water. So which one should she choose? So let me get a piece of paper and then we can work this out. So remember what we did the first time? We had place value with the decimal. So we can do the same thing here again. Let me use my trusted tin of tuna to hold things in place. So we have 1,000, hundreds, tens, units, and then our decimal, and then 1/10, 100, and 1,000. And then we put the numbers in place. So 499.793. So we can start 499, 499, draw this line down, so it makes it a lot easier. 0.793. 793. So that's the first one. And then the next one was 502.75. So 502.75. Now, straight away, remember, we always start ordering our decimal with the numbers from the left. And we can clearly see in the hundreds column that 5 is the biggest number. So this will be the water, the sparkling water that Abby takes to the park. There you go. Well done, team. Okay, now, this is what I wanted to show you. A website. Primary Resources. This is a very, very good website. It's got, let me scroll down. It's a very good website where you can get more questions and worksheets and videos, PowerPoints on ordering decimals. The website covers from years 1 to year 6. So any assignments or any task you start doing and you think, this is way too easy, I can do this very well. It allows you to go to a different year group, or it gives you tasks that are slightly more challenging. And if you're also doing a task that you think, oh no, this is really too hard, it also allows you to get tasks that are more manageable for you to work on, and then you can progress with what you need to do. Okay, so try it out. Take care, everybody.